Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Stuff and Such. Today we're back on this kitchen floor project series. Hopefully we can get her working today. So currently I need to do a bit of finishing up work here. I am going to, in about 2 weeks, I'm going to have an electronic brake that comes with the wheelchair motor. It should arrive in 2 weeks, but unfortunately I don't really have 2 weeks with the weather looming of winter. If I don't get this project done before winter sets in, I'm basically done for the year on this. Won't be able to get really back at it until probably March. I have two issues here today that I need to address, and that's the carriage drifting down, as you've probably seen in the last video. A temporary solution I've come up with is adding counterweights. So you can see one over there. So what it does is just basically holds some weight of the main carriage. And I need to add one more yet over here. And for that I'll be using this heavy plate. So all in all, it'll be about 150, maybe not quite, maybe 125 pounds of uplift, which should hopefully solve the drifting issue. The other issue I need to address, that I started out this entire breaking down process, was that my blade wasn't running true. So I need to check and see if I actually fix that issue or if I still yet need to do work. So what I'm going to do is bring the carriage down and then run a dial indicator along the face of the blade.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time.
So that was kind of crude measuring,
It's clear to see
crudely fine measuring, if that makes any sense.
from up here.
From what I can tell, it's kind of hard because the carriage is falling a little bit as I'm measuring. Blade's rusty, and the instrument of measure is way too fine. Anyways, it's all excuses. I'm guessing it's around 80 thou from front to back, towed the other way. So the blade, from what I'm reading, is currently, let's just exaggerate, it's currently like this by 100 thou. So in order to bring that, before it was like this and it was pulling out of the wood, so now it's like this though. So I think I've gone a bit too far. So what I need to do to fix that is to add one shim here and remove another shim from the other end, and what that'll do is it'll kind of move the whole carriage just a little bit straighter. So to do that, I need to pick the mill up here, set it on the wood again, and then adjust that. I don't really know if this is going to work. If the counterweights don't end up holding, because I'm in such a pinch, I'm just going to throw, every time I raise it up, I'm going to throw C-clamps on the pillars. That way it can't go down any further. It's kind of crude, but you got to do what you got to do. You might have to just go with the C-clamp idea. What's going to happen is when I raise this up, it's going to hit the tire right there. Be basically a pain in the rear end. Let's just see if it'll actually hold it. I'm going to raise the carriage up off bottom. So it was drifting down also. So we're gonna have to go with the C-clamp idea. Next thing I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna lift the carriage up, set it on the wood, and I'll re-shim these over here. And then once I'm done that, I'm gonna finish wiring up the solenoid there permanently. For anyone who didn't know, something is in oak, and I don't know what it is. I'm sure Googler knows. That something in the wood of oak, it reacts with metal. You'll see this big black spot. What happened is that's where my sawmill had to, when that lifting winch up there busted, it ended up just laying down on the wood there. That's where that big stain's from. And you can kind of see here, I left this drill bit here, it's reacted there. Even the sawdust here reacted with that screwdriver. It says here, I'm gonna take one of those washers out, and that'll pull it over. Like that's probably about an 1/8 thick, and the run out is about 3/4 of that. So I would think technically if I pulled that one out, these two out, because it's a further span than the width of the blade, it should pull it pretty close. So I'm going to take two out. So we're going to set her down and just see if it pulls it over, or if I need to take a shim out over there. So up we go. So folks, this is why I need to hurry up and get this done. We just got this real unpredictable weather. Big haily snow. I don't want to be working out in this. I'd rather be snuggled up in a deer blind inside a Mr. Buddy heater. Not this foolishness. There's 30 thou. It's 45. So really, we're within a 1/16 of an inch, which I know sounds like a lot, but I don't have any means of truly fine-tuning this operation. So we're gonna have to go with it, and if I can't do it, I'm gonna have to try plane sawing this log. So yeah, good enough for me for now. If it's not good enough for the tree, we'll have to rethink the operation. Next step is to get the electrical done. As much as I hate snow, it's kind of cool. Looks like styrofoam. Now if that ain't shooting the 12-point buck type weather. I don't know what is. Anyways, I'm going to sign off for now. Get this video edited. Unfortunately, this video series drags into another sawmill repair video on the next one. But I'll try and keep them short for you. Anyways, thanks for sticking around, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.